Welcome to this explainer. Let's be real for a second. If you're a student right now or you're about to be, you know the ultimate college struggle. You absolutely need a machine that can flawlessly crush those intense, heavy-duty academic workloads during the day. But you also want high-end, immersive gaming when you're chilling at night. And crucially, it literally has to survive and thrive over your entire four-year college life cycle. So how do we bridge that gap without making massive compromises? Well, we're going to break down exactly how the ASUS ROG Strix pulls off this incredibly delicate balance using the specific specs and features straight from the source material. Okay, let's dive into this right away because we have to talk about value. Over $500. Seriously, imagine buying a super powerful device for your education, and right out of the gate, it essentially pays you back with massive added value. This isn't just some abstract, maybe someday return on investment. We're talking immediate, tangible value bundled right in at your initial purchase. It completely flips the script on how we evaluate the true cost of college tech. So where does that value actually come from? Well, this PC is paired with the Microsoft College offer. And what I absolutely love about this is how beautifully simple it is. If you've got an eligible college.edu email address, boom, you unlock the specific perk bundle. You just verify your student status, and you're good to go. Oh, and a quick but super important detail to note here. This offer runs all the way through June 30th, 2026. That means you've got a really substantial window to take advantage of it if you're gearing up for the coming semesters. Let's break down exactly what makes up that $500+ offer. Because honestly, it is the absolute perfect 50-50 split of what a student actually needs. Step 1 completely equips you for the classroom. 1 full year of Microsoft 365 Premium. We're talking Word, Excel, PowerPoint, the absolute vital, non-negotiable productivity tools you need to write those essays and build those massive presentations. But then Step 2 and 3, they equip you for the dorm. You get 1 full year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, giving you this instant, massive library of top-tier games. Plus, and this is super cool, the ability to actually design your very own custom Xbox wireless controller. Productivity on one side, premium gaming essentials on the other. It's just a brilliantly balanced bundle. Moving right along, let's talk about the physical hardware in Section 1, Design Meets Performance, the Campus Flex. Modern college students lead a totally dual lifestyle, right? And your tech needs to seamlessly fit into both of those environments without sticking out like a sore thumb. This design brilliantly illustrates the duality of the machine. The exterior lid is incredibly sleek, matte, and professional. When you're sitting in a packed lecture hall or a quiet library, you blend right in. It just looks like a highly sophisticated piece of hardware. But the second you open it up, completely different story. You're immediately greeted by a vibrant RGB illuminated keyboard, aggressive gamer styling, and the raw power of an Intel Core i7 processor just waiting under the hood. It's strictly professional on the outside and an absolute powerhouse on the inside. Which brings us to Section 2, Connected All Day Long, Powering the Daily Grind. Because let's face it, raw power and good looks don't mean a thing if you're constantly tethered to a wall socket. True power on a campus requires seamless, uninterrupted connectivity. Picture your daily campus routine for a second. At the very top of the display, it features Windows Hello facial recognition. Why is that a game changer? Think about rushing between classes, popping open your laptop in a super crowded, noisy cafe, and needing instant access to your notes before the professor starts talking. You do not want to be fumbling with a long, complicated password every single time. Windows Hello gets you logged in securely and instantly. And that baseline level of convenience really sets the stage for the incredibly vast array of side connections that are going to make your life infinitely easier. Just look at how this port layout is categorized. For power and network, you have your dedicated power port and a blazing fast 2.5G Ethernet port. That Ethernet port is absolutely clutch for those highly competitive gaming nights in the dorm where you literally need zero lag. For your displays, you've got an HDMI 2.1 port, meaning you can plug straight into a massive dorm TV or a high-end external monitor for super crisp visuals. And for the everyday essentials, your standard audio jack and USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A. Basically, this layout means you can connect all your gaming accessories, extra screens, and wired campus internet without ever needing to carry around a flimsy, easily lost, and expensive dongle. You can officially leave the dongle life behind because every single thing you need is built right in. Now, I want to specifically shine a spotlight on one connection from that list, Thunderbolt 4. If you aren't super familiar with it, it uses that familiar USB Type-C shape, but the tech inside is vastly more powerful. For a student's workflow, it is a total game changer. It ensures incredibly rapid file transfers. So if you're a film student moving massive 4K video projects, or maybe an engineering student dealing with gigantic datasets, you won't be sitting around staring at a progress bar for an hour. It also allows you to daisy-chain multiple high-resolution displays together. You can easily create the ultimate multi-monitor dorm command center, all running through that one high-speed standard. Now we transition into the final phase of the college lifecycle with Section 3, Built to Evolve, Future-Proofing Your Degree. It's a really common and, let's be honest, very valid fear among students that a laptop bought freshman year is just going to become sluggish, completely full of files, or totally obsolete by the time graduation day rolls around. Let's move to the chassis and see how this actually builds a massive defense against obsolescence. Looking directly inside the chassis of the ROG Strix, the first thing you notice is the incredibly organized layout. You can clearly see the intelligent cooling system in there, but more importantly, right out in the open are the completely accessible SODIMM memory modules, which, by the way, is just the technical term for your laptop's RAM and the solid-state drive. Instead of everything being heavily glued down and permanently hidden away like a lot of modern tech, the physical architecture here practically invites you to open it up and make it better. I absolutely love this exact phrase pulled directly from the source material. Pit stop like upgradability. Think about a Formula One race for a second. A pit stop isn't some long, drawn-out mechanics session where they take the whole car apart. No, it's a lightning-fast, highly efficient, heavily coordinated swap of essential parts to get that car right back on the track, performing at its absolute peak. That is the exact engineering philosophy built into this laptop. When you find yourself needing more speed or more storage 3 years from now, it is a quick, effortless swap to get you right back to top-tier performance. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is exactly how that pit stop actually works in reality. Notice the tool-free design and the Q-latch system. This is huge. It means you don't need to hunt down a kit of specialized microscopic screwdrivers just to secure your new memory. It's designed to be simple. You have high-efficiency SODIMM slots for quickly upgrading your RAM and dual SSD expansion slots. So if you run out of room for your massive game library and your class files, no problem, just pop another drive straight into that second slot. And through all of this, the system is kept perfectly stable even under super heavy loads thanks to the integrated tri-fan technology keeping everything cool. All of these features combine to make future upgrades practically foolproof, even if you've literally never built or upgraded a PC before in your life. Ultimately, the crucial point here is really about long-term economics. Think about the two paths you can take. On the left, you've got the traditional route, buying an entirely new laptop in maybe 2 years because your current one is just way too slow to handle modern apps, or you've totally run out of space. That is a massive financial burden right in the middle of your college career. On the right, you have the ROG Strix approach, utilizing tool-free RAM and SSD upgrades. You spend a tiny fraction of the cost to just quickly snap in more memory or a much bigger hard drive. You are breathing completely new life into the exact same machine you already own. It's just a brilliantly cost-effective strategy, especially for a student managing a budget. Which leaves us with this final thought. When you look at the whole picture, the immediate value of the Microsoft College offer, the incredibly intelligent dual design, the massive connectivity options, and the absolute freedom of that pit stop upgradability, it totally changes what you should expect from your hardware. So I challenge you to ask yourself, is your current machine or the one you're planning to buy right now truly built to survive and seamlessly evolve through all 4 years of college? It's a massive question worth answering before you make your next major tech investment. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next one.